So our company was established in 2017. We brought about 3 or 4 partners with different skills and expertise in the area. We focus on the following areas: legal and tech, financial services, which is audit, and also we provide environmental management services along with the digital solution services. So when we started, of course, our vision is to grow Myanmar economy to facilitate Myanmar economic growth as much as we could. Usually, our mission is to create a bridge between foreign investors and Myanmar and also a government side. So usually one investor come in, they will need a legal advice, tax advice, and also environmental issues. We support advice, we provide advice for them. So that's why we position ourselves in this area, because our partners, our senior partners, we want to focus on a Myanmar economic growth. But our goal actually is to provide a one-stop service for investors. So when they come in, we have investors come in, setting up factories here. They can focus on the operation, running a factory, trying to get an order or a buyer, at the same time running a factory operations. So they need to focus on those area, operations mainly, or marketing for their own factories. But for us, we help them with their compliant. So mainly we make sure that they follow government compliant. At the same time, what are the benefits of investing in Myanmar? So that sort of thing. Our job is to make sure the compliance wise everything goes smooth so they can focus on their main operation. So that's why we have different business services or group, because we want to give them a comprehensive service, one-stop nature. We also have other, let's say if the factory technician, foreigner need a state permit extension, work permit, we have them as well. They will be looking for an HR manager, for the company. So we will, through our network or through our candidates that we have, we try to kind of, find employees for them. Some kind of like generic services that we provide as well. Factories, these days, government is focused on this environmental issue, global warming, climate control, that sort of thing. When you set up a factory, you need a report like that. So how you will manage waste in your factory, how would you measure air quality in your factory, noise pollution, water quality. So those are considered environmental management services. So usually reports such as an environmental management report, initial environmental examination, IEE, and EIA, environmental impact assessment. So those reports are needed, depends on the size of your project. We have about 50 employees. We want to make sure that we create talent at our work environment. When we recruit people and train people, we want to make sure well-rounded employees or candidates. So make sure they have to be friendly, knowledgeable. We try to recruit top performers at university across the country. Our background and our recruitment policy. So strong point of Myanmar business sector, we are between China and India. So geographically, we are located between the two most populated countries in the world. That's according to the research. We have abundance of water, so we don't worry about the availability of water. In certain areas of the world, water availability can be an issue. We don't have the issue. And also our strong point is our working age population, which is usually calculated between 16 and 64 years of age. So our working age population is enormous. So foreign investors come into Myanmar, they don't really have to worry about getting an employee or workers for either the factory or their office. Another advantage, which is probably the main advantage of our country, is our minimum wage are among the lowest in the Southeast Asia. So that's one of the main reasons they will come here and they will invest in Myanmar, because ability of plenty of workers, and at the same time we have inexpensive labor force. So that's our main advantage. Myanmar is still an untapped market. It's like the last area in Southeast Asia where a lot of business can grow, a lot of technology can grow, a lot of infrastructure can grow. So once investors come in, we'll have more cash flows to the country. We have more money supply to the country. At that point, other business will eventually grow, like restaurants, other shops. So those kind of small business can grow around the area with the support of this. Let's say foreign investor will come in. They want to set up a factory. And so once they have a running factory, they maybe want to invest in other areas, because other areas are also growing. Since foreign investor comes into Myanmar, people will get jobs, they will get promoted, they will get more money to spend at other places. So that will help the economy grow. If you look at maybe in America or maybe even other Southeast Asian countries, markets seem to be situated. So everything is kind of already set up. But if you come to Myanmar, so there's still opportunities for us. Before COVID, actually, our economy is growing significantly. This is based on the research from McKinsey. So we are growing at 7.2% a year in terms of GDP between 2012 and 2017. At that period, our FDI, foreign direct investment, increased 49% a year. This is a highly significant number. So we're probably one of the fastest growing economy among Southeast Asian countries. I think right now COVID is over. Everywhere around the world suffer for this pandemic. Now we have a chance to begin again. We have weak points as well. So our country is still at a developing stage, or improvement of our infrastructure is urgently needed. We need to modernize power plants for electricity and also economic zones, all kind of infrastructure improvements. Our professional, MyanWei consulting group firm, we always welcome investors and we always want them to come to Myanmar, invest in Myanmar. We will provide our services as much as we could when labor strike happens or protest happens in the factory. We're trying to accomplish in case of an emergency. So this is our standpoint. Our government always understands that foreign direct investment is needed. We always welcome foreign investor to invest in Myanmar. We'll welcome any type of investor from any country. At the same time, we want to welcome investor also because of availability of inexpensive labor force. So only for that fact, they can still come and invest in Myanmar. When we provide incentives or tax exemption for foreign investor, we have certain benefits, such as if an investor come in Myanmar, they would get tax exemption for the machineries that they import. So when factories come in, they will have a big machinery. Any machine that they want to bring in, we will provide duty-free. We also provide 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, depends on the area of Myanmar, for a income tax exemption. If you have a made in Myanmar product you import to either Japan or Korea, you will have duty-free exemptions. We also have the same duty-free exemption for Europe.